What's the board's role in helping to avoid the synergy trap?
So the board's role should be big. And let's just think about it. I think of the board's role starting with what's their duty of care and the business judgment role. So what would an ordinary prudent person in similar circumstances, what would they want to know? Somebody, I'm from Cleveland, Dad was a traveling salesman, well, what should they want to know? Well, is this deal consistent with what we've said were strategic priorities? I mean, the most important deals should have already been on the board's agenda in case any of those had come live. How much shareholder value are we putting at risk? We call this SVAR, shareholder value at risk. How much shareholder value are we putting at risk? SVAR is different in a cash deal than it is in a stock deal. And because the fundamental question they're trying to answer is, how's this deal going to affect our share price and why? It shouldn't be a big surprise if your shares drop by 10%, on announcement. And then we get into the post-merger integration plan. Now, you're not going to have the whole plan laid out pre-announcement, but you should have a pack that goes through what are the major phases of the PMI, what are the top-level shaping decisions that hopefully management's already made before they get into sign and close planning, any major operating model changes, ERP system changes. Those decisions should be made early. What's called integration strategy, but what's the pacing? What's going to be integrated? What's not integrated? What's the tone? Is this going to be acquired driven, or is it going to be, on the other stream, best of both? And who's going to make decisions? How's this going to be governed? And then you get into the structure. A board should know, what does the IMO look like? Who are the leaders of the IMO? And finally, the business plan. What exactly are we promising? And something that's trackable and defendable, because you're going to bring that to investors shortly thereafter. So those are the things, and I can go on, sort of on and on about board level discussions on this, but that's kind of the basics of it, which is how much shareholder value do we have at risk, and how are we going to deliver the value?